Thank you so much for joining us in person, and also thank you to our global online audience. I'm Rashmin Sagu. We are live and on the record today, so just so you know, the Chatham House rule is not in play. Now, joining me on stage initially is Sarah McCarthy, who is a documentary director and producer who specializes in films about the Putin regime's use of the separation of families as a weapon of war.
So I made this film because my mother is Ukrainian, and it's a way of me saying thank you to her for all the meals that she cooked and the tears that she dried and the home that she created for me as a child. So I have a kind of cell-deep mission to really lift up the stories of Ukrainian femininity and care. And I made this film because I could see that the children who are being illegally deported were very much in the center of the fight between the autocratic nations and the democratic nations.
We have a special guest with us today, Katerina Reshevska, and we're so grateful to you for joining us live from Ukraine.
It is a pleasure for me to participate in such an important discussion today, because when the lives and the rights of children are at stake, there must be no silent witnesses. Ukrainian children are not collateral damage in this war. Russia targets them deliberately. I see the violation of the rights of the child every day, even in Kiev. Ukrainian children are killed and wounded by Russian drones, bombs and missiles. Kindergartens, schools, hospitals and other critical infrastructure have been destroyed, resulting in almost 3 million children finding themselves in situations of extreme vulnerability.
We have Maria Logan, who's a trustee of the New Generation Europe Foundation.
Kids can be returned. Sometimes it's just a matter of putting together legal documents, translations, getting a bus ticket, finding, because you can imagine, you know, your families have to travel to Russia to claim the kids, that they, on those lucky instances, they know where they are, because a lot of times they don't know where they are. So they have to travel, and you sort of have to travel as a Ukrainian into the enemy territory. So a man cannot go. I mean, it's normally the case of some relatives or grandparents traveling. It's a very scary process, and volunteers help to facilitate that.
And of course, Baroness Helena Kennedy, KC, who needs no introductions.
Sarah's work is very familiar to me, and she's a great documentary filmmaker, as those little bits indicated. Good at putting the sort of, if you like, the emotional realities into our consciousness, because sometimes we can talk about things in policy terms and so on, and not. But what we have, the task force was created. I have to explain to you that the task force was originally created because soon after the invasion by Russia of Ukraine, a task force was created to really address this issue of the children who'd been taken. So we're looking at the creation of some sort of human rights-based mechanism for the return of the Ukrainian children in number. There isn't a mechanism, and there should be one. So that's a sort of longer-term project for us.
Katerina in Ukraine, please be safe. Good luck with your work. Baroness Kennedy, Sarah, Maria, Arif, thank you to each of you for coming today. And thank you to all of you for your great questions online and in person at Chatham House. All the best. Thank you.